oh dear, when we get to question 4, I think that's our best explanation, is oh dear on this one. Some of us remembered some vague bits, so I think a lot of us, if they picked up marks, got something about a slow twitch. Some of us forgot the order, the numbers, the letters, etc, etc. So I want to quickly break down the question and show you, literally, even though this question gave you 2 pages for the 6 marks, how 2 lines per answer could have got you the mark, just by being exact. So first thing first, you got pictures again. A steeplechase athlete race. This involves running 3,000 meters, which is quite a long period, and jumping hurdles. So they've broken down the race into 2 parts: running, just the general part, and the jumping part. And they're saying at the running part, our body uses one system, and the jumping part, it switches to another one quickly and then switches back to the running. So examine how 2 different muscle fibers, so muscle fibers, we go types 1, 2A, 2X, so we know there's 3 to pick from here, are used by the athletes in figure 3 during the different parts of the race. And that's the important part. So we're looking at just 2, so I don't want to talk about 3. And if you did accidentally talk about 3, you could only accept the first 2, even if the second one was wrong or the first one was wrong. They're the things that we had to do. So the first quick answer is, when you're running, you know it's got to be slow twitch. Okay, so by putting slow twitch or type 1, you would get 1 mark. That's it. Telling me what's the benefit of that. They're resistant to fatigue, so you can keep using it over and over again. They don't have a lot of force, but they're resistant to fatigue, which is a benefit. So long distance runners, we'd said, would benefit. You get a second mark. And then you needed to examine how that would help in parts of the race. So we don't want them slowing down in the race. We want them to be successful. So literally saying, so not slowing down in the race because they're resistant to fatigue. So if their muscles start fatiguing at 1,800 meters, they will start slowing down and be less successful in the race. You don't have to talk about winning, but that's how slow twitch muscle fibers help that person in the race. The second picture here, when we look at, this is long and this is powerful. To jump that hurdle, and a load of people don't make it over. And I don't know if you've seen it, there's water on the other side and there's loads of fail videos where people jump over, land, tumble, and get back up again. So one of the benefits of having a good powerful jump and a good powerful take up, like some of these runners in this picture, is that you don't fall over. Because if you do fall over, you've got to make that time back up again. You could potentially carry an injury during the race. So for your marks on this one, by identifying it's fast twitch type 2X, not A, because it's literally really high power, really short. You're literally doing it in that action. Okay, and that's really important. So you got type 2X, so a lot of you went down the type 2A angle. If you just put type 2, the example did accept it, which is bad, because by saying A, you lost the mark. But type 2 or type 2X got you the mark. The important part about type 2, what's the most important feature, is they're super powerful. They really, really don't last very long, but they're super powerful. So literally propelling your body weight over a huge obstacle and landing it. And don't forget, you don't take off here and land here. You take off significantly before and you land significantly afterwards, almost like a long jump. That's a huge amount of power our body's got to commit to get our bodies over that obstacle. So powerful contraction gets you the second mark. Clearing the hurdle and not losing time, that's how we're applying it to the race. Okay, and that's so simple. Or you could have said clearing the hurdle and not injuring himself, and so slowing down during the race or not being as efficient during the race, all acceptable. So when we break down this question, and this is one I think a lot of you are going to need to edit, it actually was a lot simpler. But if you had little knowledge and you couldn't quite remember what the 3 types are, you couldn't apply that knowledge to the question. And when we look at the question and look at the pictures, even some analysis before, what would they need when they're running a large amount of distance? What do they need when they're taking this explosive action? So you would break down the picture before we even start. Some of you go, question, must start writing. There's absolutely no thought beforehand. So, and again, that's panic and fear. And if that has happened to you, when you go back through the questions, one of the things that I'd look for is, have they gone and, right, it's a 3,000 runner and jumping hurdles, right, okay, and that's going to there, and that's long, that's hurdles, and that's quite powerful action. So they're the kind of features. So again, it's like when you're looking at analysing the picture of the body, and we're saying, oh, that's the bicep, that's the tricep. Have you gone back through and broken that question down further? You've got time. A number of you finished really early. The moderators fed back to me what happened in my exam. Finished really early. You had time. to think you're done and that's 3 years worth of work and you didn't spend 10 minutes, 15 minutes going back through and making sure you truly answered the question. Something came to you later on because of something else you were answering later on. Please give yourself time to go back through questions. All right.